good evening. Welcome to tonight's Cave Renew.
The echoes in the walls. It's a sound you can't forget once you've heard it, a sound that burrows into your brain and takes root deep within your thoughts. But it doesn't begin loud. No, it starts as something faint, something almost soothing, until one day you realize you can't escape it. That's what happened to Lily. She had just moved into the old farmhouse on the outskirts of town. The kind of house people whisper about but never visit. It was cheap, too cheap, and the real estate agent, well, she had insisted there was nothing to worry about. Maybe Lily should have listened to those whispers. The first few nights were quiet. No strange sounds, no ominous feelings. Just the creaks of the house settling. Old houses do that. But on the third night, that's when it began. A noise, just a faint tapping. Barely noticeable at first. At first she thought it was the wind. But the tapping came again, rhythmic and deliberate, as though someone was inside the walls. It was soft, subtle. But every night it grew louder. At first, Lily tried to ignore it, convinced it was just the house's age. But then the tapping turned into something else. It wasn't just a noise anymore. It felt like something was trying to communicate. Desperate, urgent. She couldn't escape it. It followed her no matter where she went in the house. It started when the clock struck midnight. One night, unable to sleep, Lily decided to investigate. She grabbed a flashlight, heart pounding in her chest, and walked down the narrow hallway to the source of the sound, the wall near the kitchen. She stood there, listening, waiting, and then it happened. A deep guttural voice came from inside the wall, a voice that wasn't human. It whispered her name. Frozen with fear, Lily could barely breathe. She felt the air grow colder around her, her flashlight flickering. The voice called her again, and this time it was joined by more whispers, thousands of voices all murmuring in unison.
Lily. Lily.
Lily.
Lily.
Lily. Lily. Lily.
All trapped behind the walls, there was no one else in the house, just her alone. But the voices kept calling, louder now, filling her head. Crawling inside her thoughts, her hands trembled as she placed her ear against the wall. What she heard next would change everything. It wasn't a voice anymore. It was something else. A scratching, nails on wood.
Lily. Lily.
Something was trying to get out.
Lily.
It was the sound of something
Lily.
trapped, something desperate, and it
Lily.
was trying to break free. With her heart racing, Lily stepped back, the scratching still echoing in her mind. Her flashlight flickered again, casting fleeting shadows on the walls. That's when she saw it. The wallet was moving. The wall splintered open, just a crack at first, but that crack grew, revealing a small dark space behind it. Lily couldn't see what was inside, but the air was thick with a stench that nearly made her gag. The whispers came again, more frantic this time.
Let us out. Let us out. Let us out.
Her hand shaking, she tried to push the broken wall aside, and that's when she saw it. Eyes staring at her from the darkness, eyes that were not human. Lily screamed, stumbling back in terror, but as she turned to run, she heard the whispers again, only this time they were coming from everywhere. Lily, stay with us forever. She couldn't escape. The house it had taken her, the walls they had claimed her, but that's not the worst part. The worst part is that Lily is still here. She never left. If you listen carefully, if you're still enough, you can hear the tapping. You can hear her voice. Do you hear it? It's coming from the walls. It's trying to call you too. Come closer.
The end. If you enjoyed tonight's story, Please be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Good night.